Hello everybody, today we will be modeling the IKEA bookcase. So what's different about this project and our previous projects that we created on Fusion, this bookcase will have different parts, or in other words different components. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and then lastly this kickboard at the bottom is number 7. Okay. Today I'm going to show you how to make different components and how to make a replica of this IKEA bookcase. Okay, here we have our front view and side view with different measurements. So you can use centimeters or you can use inch, whichever you prefer. So first of all, I'm going to use centimeters. So I'm going to go to document settings, change it, put it into centimeters. Press OK. Now it is set to centimeters. Next step, I'm going to start by drawing a sketch of this side piece and this other one over here, and also this top one also. Start a sketch. I'm going to put on the front or the side plane. I'm going to draw a rectangle. Okay, go back to your drawing. Have a look at the measurements. We know that it is 106 centimeters in length, and you're going to have to try and work out the thickness. Okay, so minus 76 from 80, which gives 4. So that means that this is 2 and this is 2 centimeter in thickness. Okay, so the length is 106 centimeters. Press tab and we can change to the width 2 centimeters. Zoom out, have a look. That is one side piece. Next, I'm going to draw another rectangle. Top. This one across here, we know that it is 76 in length. Same thickness again. Press enter. Next piece done. I'm going to draw one more. Two, and we know the length is 106. Okay, now instead of drawing these other shelves, I'm just going to create a pattern, rectangular pattern. What objects? I'm going to double click on this one here and it should select most of the sides. I'm going to pull down my arrow to show the direction that I want to put in these shelves. Now I need 4. 1, 2, 3. And if you look here, we have 1, 2, 3. I need one more. So I'm going to up the quantity to 4. Put it down. Now, we don't want to go this 90 is not enough, and let's make it maybe, let's see a little bit more. Let's make it go down to maybe, I think 98. Okay, minus 98 centimeters. Press OK. And now we have all of our side pieces, 1, 2, and each shelf, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next step is to extrude. Finish our sketch, and we want to give it depth. So we're going to use extrude. Now, there's 2 ways you can do this. We can select one, and we can extrude it. So our width is 28 centimeters. So let's say I extrude it to 28 centimeters. Now we want to make these different parts, or in other words, different components. So you need to change it to new component. Okay, that will make this piece here a new part, its own part. And watch what happens on our assembly at the left, you'll see and a new component is added. That means that I can move it freely around. Okay. Now we could do that for each sketch, but there's actually a faster way. What we can do, we can extrude all of our sketches, like so. 28 centimeters. Press OK. Now, as you can see, it's one solid piece. What we can do, we can actually cut these, or in other words, split body. So the body I want to split is this whole body. The tools, all I use to cut it, I want to cut it here, so I can choose this inside surface, and the same here, this surface. So here is where it's going to split the whole body into different sections. Press OK. And if you go to bodies, you'll see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different bodies. Okay? However, we cannot move these freely because these are not components. So you need to go over here, right click, create component for body. And you'll see a component is added and I can move it around. We're going to do this for all of them. Create component from body and so on until I have all my components created. Okay, now I have each separate component is finished. Our last step, well, we actually have 2 steps, sorry. We need to make this little notch at the back. If you look at this picture here of the actual IKEA shelf, you'll see there's a little notch for this skirting board that's in the room. That's our next step. So to create this notch, I'm going to sketch on the back here. I'm going to first start with a rectangle. I'm going to rotate. Now we know the distance from here to here is 6 centimeters. I'm going to make this notch maybe 2 centimeters. I'm going to make the length 4. Press enter. Oh, sorry. Let me change the width 4 by 2. Press enter. And the last step, I need to make this little arc. Okay, I'm going to use circle for this. Draw it across. And the last thing I need to do is extrude, cut. So I'm going to choose the areas that I want to extrude, these 3 areas. Now I'm going to pull the arrow in the opposite direction so that it cuts through both side pieces. That's okay. And now you'll see the notch is at the back of the project, like so. Our last step is to add the kickboard, this one down here. To add the kickboard, I'm going to draw a sketch on this inside surface here. Going to be a rectangle. Again, you want this to go up as far as here, so it's going to be 6. We know the thickness is 2. So we have a triangle. Now you can measure the distance that you want this kickboard to be at. I'm going to make it maybe 2. And the last step is to extrude. Extrude the shape. Now we could pull the arrow, or instead we could change this to up to object. Extrude to this object. Click here, and it will extrude all the way up. Now we don't want to join it, because then it won't be a new component, so you need to choose new component, so that our kickboard is also a separate part. Press OK. And now you can see our IKEA project is basically finished.